Welcome everyone to this month's Astrocolorscope. My name's Elizabeth Harper. My website is sealedwithlove.com. Okay, so the idea of the Astrocolorscope is I'm going to mix a little bit of astrology with crystals. I'm going to pick 3 crystals from my crystal bag for each astrological sign. I'm also going to take a bead from my bead bag here so we can add a little influence of color. Then I will pick a card from the Voyager deck and show you your card, and it's going to be a collage. So what I want you to do is take a look at the collage when it comes to your card and see what draws your attention, and then ask yourself, what does that mean for me? So then it's like an extra piece of information for you. I'll tell you what it means for me, but this is specifically for you, of course. So before we get started on your sign, let's just talk a little bit about what's coming up astrologically. So it's April, so the 4th of April, there's a lunar eclipse in Libra. So there's always eclipses all the time, of course, but this one kind of activates that square that we were all so concerned about, the Uranus-Pluto. And Uranus is the planet of surprises, and Pluto is that transformation energy. So it's almost like it's going to wake something up. There's a sense of around the 4th, you know, you might be a little bit different, might take you a little bit longer, or it could be before the 4th of April, but there's a sense of something coming up that may not be pleasant. Now, it could be anything. It could be emotional. It could be that physically, you know, you start getting acne on your face, you haven't had it for a long time, that sort of thing. Your hair could be drying out. You know, it's almost like an emotional energy that is moving through your whole being. So it can activate physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual, and it may be happening around you, and it could just be that you are affected by what's happening in your community or globally. So there's a sense of an upheaval. So it almost feels like something is coming out from behind the scenes that we didn't see before. So it could be a truth as well that's coming up, or it could be a lie even, and you feel like something's not right with this, that kind of energy. So the other thing is, there's, you know, when I look at the aspects for the month that are coming up, I ask my guides what I need to focus on, and I was really drawn to the 28th, 29th of the month, and there's a couple of aspects, and they're fairly minor with Chiron, but it's Mars and Venus that are connecting with Chiron. Chiron's in Pisces, and Chiron is that energy of the wounded healer. So it feels almost like this month, maybe at the beginning of the month, there's a big shift, there's something that's coming out of the closet, there's something that's coming through, maybe out of your body again, emotional sort of energy that's being released. And then there's a sense of, at the end of the month, it's almost like you're balancing something at the end of the month. So if it's been a physical issue, then it could be that you find a cure for whatever it is. Emotional, it could be that there's resolution, that kind of thing. If you've been worrying about something around the 4th, then at the end of the month, there's going to be some kind of shift around that, where you either stop worrying or you find a solution. You find a path forward that you need to go on. There's also, you know, this month Jupiter is going direct, yay! So prosperity abounds. So maybe, you know, if you've had some money problems, abundance problems, then that's going to shift. But Pluto also goes retrograde around about the 16th. So it is very much a time of transformation for all of us, really going in to find out what we believe to be true for us, and then make internal changes so we can see that reflected in our external life as well. Okay, so that's just a little bit of astrology. So let's get on with your crystals. Let's get started. Okay, Taurus. So for you, you have this beautiful piece of fluorite. The fluorite went into your 4th house. This is green fluorite. Fluorite comes in different colors, yellows, violets, white, etc. But this is a solid green. So it's in your 4th house. Green is a color of new beginnings, of a new identity, of change. It can be a color of grief as well. This went into your 4th house, and the 4th house is about your home, it's about your parents, and it's a house that is a Cancerian energy. So it's very much about protection, and green is a color of protection. So there's an energy with this of you. There's almost a sense of something is shifting around your home, something's changing around your home. You might be looking at windows that have been rattling, and you're going to change those windows out. It could be that you need to change the locks on your doors, not because there's anything bad, it's just that that's what you're doing. There's a sense of you safeguarding your house. So, and it might just be from a monetary perspective, because green is about abundance as well. So you may be looking at mortgages and things like that. Whatever it is that's coming up that's around your home, where you are protecting it, where you're securing it, where you're securing your physical presence, let's say, there's a sense with this particular stone of multitasking. So it's almost like you're doing lots of different things at the same time. It's again around your home, but it could also be for your parents, for your family, for your husband, your wife, your kids. You know, there's a sense of you doing a lot of things, and it's because you are the grounded person right now. So you're going to be very busy, the sense of you being very busy, but I do feel as if you are looking at ways where you can feel safe, where you can feel secure, and part of that is a physical thing of your physical environment in your home, but it's also a new identity with that as well. So there is a sense of you might be changing something about the way you look. It could be that, you know, it's April, it's time to move your wardrobe out, move in a different wardrobe, something like that. So there could be a change of identity from that perspective. It's also, you know, that particular stone brings information up from your subconscious that maybe you kind of stuffed down 6 months ago or even longer. So you could find that multitasking thing is stopping you from connecting with some part of yourself that wants to come up. So if you find yourself getting a little bit irritated with your family or your friends or people that are saying, can you help me with such and such, and you're thinking, for goodness sake, you know, I've just done this, I've done that, I've got so many things to do. Just be aware of what comes up, that emotional energy that comes up with that, because this is about that energy that's coming through. It's not about them. There's something else that's coming through for you, and it's just to notice that. So the next stone that came up is tanzanite. I love this. This is such a beautiful, beautiful color, beautiful energy as well, beautiful vibration. It's a violet blue stone. It went into your 7th house. Now, before we talk about tanzanite, blue and green, violet and green, when they come together, it's huge change, huge shifts. So there really is a lot going on for you this month that's about change on every level of your being. These are also colors of confidence. So it says that you might find that your confidence is knocked, but you're going to get back up again. That's the sense of it. And it's, you know, you don't have to believe everything I say, but there's a karmic energy that goes with this. And it's almost like you may find a memory of some time when you were hurt or you were abused. It could be this lifetime, but it could also be coming up from a previous lifetime, you know, if that is your belief, if that resonates with you. And I feel as if there's an opportunity to heal here. This is in your 4th house, parents, children, family. This is in your 7th house, relationships. So there's a lot of vibes going on for you this month around relationships on lots of different levels, personal relationships, new relationships, love relationships, etc. This stone is about coming to terms with your life as it is right now as well. So it's almost like you are letting go of the fantasy and you're coming into this place of, okay, so this is what I have to deal with, this is what I need to do, this is how I'm going to make things better. This is an incredible stone from a spiritual perspective. It takes you into an altered state of consciousness. So it takes you to that new level of being. So it's almost like there's a huge shift for you from this place of maybe, you know, you've had enough, into this place of, okay, I understand, now what do I need to do next? That sort of vibration. The final stone that came up, this is perfect when I come to think of it. This went into your 8th house. This is a yellow obsidian. Obsidian is very much about protection, but it's almost, you know, apart from the yellow opaque pieces, there's a lot of translucency in this particular stone. It's a glass kind of stone. So when we connect it to the violet, this is opposite on the color wheel. Violet, yellow, opposite each other. So violet is a spiritual energy. Violet is very much going into yourself to see what's happening within. Yellow is more of a coming out. This is in your 8th house. Your 8th house is a house of death, but it's a house of transformation, of change. So I feel almost as if there's going to be a shift in your relationships. There's going to be a change in your relationships. You're no longer going to keep something within you. It's going to come out. This is not a negative thing because it's you that's coming out. So this yellow then is saying that you are coming out. You are protected. This is you protecting yourself, your environment. You are protected, and you're going to come to this place where you're saying, okay, I'm here. I've got a new hairdo, I've got a new outfit, I've got a new identity, it's a new me, and I want you to see me. The 8th house is also about that psychic energy. It's a scorpionic energy, Scorpio. So it's a mediumistic vibe. So with this, it connects to your solar plexus, and that's your power center. So if you have aspirations to train as a medium, as a psychic, this is saying, good on you, because you're going to be very powerful this month. It's a great time for that, great time to start. The bead that came up for you is this black bead. Now, you know, you think of black often as being negative when it comes from a color therapy perspective, but it has all the colors in it. So it has a rainbow energy that's there. So I feel that this is saying to you that anything can happen, and you have the resources to manage anything that happens. You just have to dig deep to get there. So your card is the Hierophant. So take a look at that card, see what resonates for you at this moment, what you're attracted to in the card, then ask yourself, what does that mean? What does that mean? So when I look at this, you know, the Hierophant is very much about education. It's a traditional energy, which is your home, your family, your the same thing that we've just been talking about. So when I look at this, I actually see this, it's kind of like a poppy in the bottom there. And yeah, it looks like a poppy. So there's a sense of remembrance. And again, I get this sense of power that's there as well. It's white in the center, so maybe it's not a poppy because I think they're black, right? It's white in the center, and then it's red on the outside. Red and white are colors of letting go of being a victim. So it's saying, okay, this is part of who I am. This is what I need to do. This is the path I'm going to take. That's the sense of that for me. But this is also about education, and it's about learning. So you may find that this is a big month of education from the perspective of relationships and finding out about yourself, but it could also be that there's an educational program that you want to take that is a part of this, you know, green, violet, yellow change in identity and coming out as well, and meeting new people, meeting new friends, meeting new soulmates. Okay, that's it for this month's Astrocolorscope. Hope you enjoyed it. Do please share it with your friends, like the video, and leave a comment below. Let me know how the messages resonated for you. Also, remember to subscribe to my love letter and grab your free color kit at bit.ly/color kit. And also remember that I do personal readings as well. You can find out more at sealedwithlove.com, and I also have a store with lots of jewelry, meditations, and other bits and pieces at store.sealedwithlove.com. See you next month. Lots of color wishes, blessings. Bye.